I have liked MHA since I was 12, maybe 13. I have loved MHA since August of 2024, last year. How far does that love go, you may ask?
Osaka, apparently. But before that, join me on my cooking show as I try to cook katsudon for the very first time. Sa bus na ako matulog. Naluto ako. Okay lang. Pagkani ako natapos. Pwede mo kuhaan mo na. Sige, hindi. Ano ko siya kung masarap yan? Sarap man. Oh? Uy! Isa lang! I-present ko pa. After leaving the house at 5:50 instead of 5 or 5:30 like we initially planned, I was able to arrive at the station, waited anxiously for my aunt to arrive. We waited together for 2 minutes before our train to Nagoya arrived at 6:22. Literally so anxious that we wouldn't be able to get to Nagoya in time and that everything that I've waited for the past few months will be going to waste. So I was really anxious about that, but luckily I was able to get to Nagoya just in time before the bus arrives and leaves. Once we were on the bus, it was either the relief of finally being on the bus and that we were able to catch up, or the not sleeping because of my excitement and anxiety. But after taking these pictures, I fell asleep the whole bus ride. Like, I didn't even stop to take a restroom break. When my aunt was trying to wake me up, I was not waking up until we arrived to Osaka.
Many hours later.
After arriving to Osaka, we still had a few hours before our designated time to enter the exhibition. So since our bus stopped at Umeda Sky Building, we decided to just enter and see what the hype was all about. On January, this was on our bucket list when we went to Osaka. We decided not to after my mom, my grandma, and my aunt, afraid of heights and strongly agreed against it. Since this time it was just me and my aunt, I was able to convince her to go to the Umeda Sky Building with me. She unhappily agreed, as you can see, but she was able to turn that frown upside down when I was able to take very, very good photos of her, which in turn turned my smile upside down when she couldn't do the same for me. But it's all good. She was able to take better photos and I was satisfied in the end. But I'm not gonna lie to you, the scariest part of this whole Umeda Sky Building experience was the ride up. The elevator was scary, the escalator was scary, my legs were kind of shaking, but the view was low-key worth it. But will I go again? Probably not, because it was kind of expensive, 2,000 yen. I feel like it would have been better if it was sunset hour to like nighttime because you could see the lights, but either way, it was a nice view and I enjoyed it.
Few moments later.
After a lot of train rides and walking later, we got hungry and decided to eat at the first restaurant that we saw, ignoring my whole itinerary of places to eat. But we were hungry, so we just went in the first restaurant we saw and it was Pepper Lunch. Then we rode an escalator and realized it was aesthetic, so I asked my aunt to take a video or picture of me and she took her phone out way too long, and so we went back down and then rode the escalator again and took this video. And when we sat down, my aunt proceeded to mock our current generation by laughing at the Christmas tree balls right in front of us, saying that back then they used to hang the Christmas ornaments and not use them as trees. When I looked to my left, I saw this huge My Hero Academia poster thing and realized that we were in the right place, so I got hyped and then I just stopped recording because it's not like we were allowed to anyways. Before we were even allowed to enter, there was this huge sign that says to not record or take photos, record specifically, because pictures you can take at this certain areas right here, but videos you can't at all take inside, which were devastating to hear because I was itching to take out my phone to take pictures every corner. The walls had so many doodles from Horikoshi and his team, I think. The very first area when you enter is filled with like newspapers from the time that Deku saved Bakugo from the Sludge villain, which kickstarted his whole hero journey, and like a bunch of newspapers after that of what like happened throughout the story, which was honestly my favorite part, I think, of the whole thing. And girl, I haven't even started yet. After that, it's just a whole bunch of manga panels that had drafts of when Horikoshi was sketching them, as well as the ink version, like the actual ink version by Horikoshi, which was so cool to see because I also like to draw, and seeing them, how intentional and detailed every single line was crazy. And some of them had Horikoshi's little author's note on them, and I've never been so grateful to be able to read Japanese ever. The fact that I was able to read and understand the tiniest details felt amazing. And it also had 431, which was so cool because it is a very recent chapter and a low-key controversial one. At the very end, you can see a huge wall that is decorated to seem as a notebook, and there are pictures stuck on it of characters from Class 1A, presumably to make it seem like Deku's the one writing and taking the pictures, which I thought was very cute. And at the very end, you get a baby sticker that comes with your ticket that I low-key forgot about until they handed it to me. And of course, I can't leave without buying a bunch of merch. No sir, to which I will be getting back to in the end of the video, so stay tuned if you want to see what I got. A few moments later, my aunt started feeling the lack of caffeine in her system, and I started craving something sweet, so we decided to go to a cafe. And let me tell you, the cake was amazing, and I loved the hazelnut drink that I got before I mixed it and tasted the caffeine. Like, I love coffee, but it tasted better without it. And all was going well until
6:40. My aunt lost her sunglasses, so she went back and I'm left alone here with the stuff because my feet hurt, and she told me to just wait for her. It's already 6:40. It takes about less than 20 minutes or so to get to the bus station from here, and if we don't ride that bus, we won't be able to get home.
But luckily, when she came back unsuccessful, we checked the bags and found her sunglasses there, and we were able to ride the train just in time. And we walked towards our bus and enjoyed the view that did not look this good in the morning. The city is better in the nighttime, guys.
Hi guys, isang atar sa pamilya. Nga na ka mayaman diri kay isang atar.
Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
And after barely making it to the bus, the driver was literally outside looking for the rest of the people running towards the bus, and everyone else was already on the bus, which is crazy to think that we were actually able to get there in time. And after all that running around and excitement, I decided to fall asleep. A few things that I was excited about on this trip included the bus ride, so I was glad that the sleep was worth it.
Really so exhausted, and I think I'm gonna pass out. Excuse me for my mask. Look like my lashes are barely holding up. I have a single lash up. Right lashes are not doing any better. But I got what I wanted. First thing that I got and grabbed was this. I wasn't gonna buy it actually. I only wanted to buy 2 stuff. I ended up buying 4. I was gonna grab the like tiny postcard size one. It was 1,320 yen for like a tiny postcard of this size. Second thing I grabbed, the beginning poster. It's one of the 2 things that I really wanted to buy. I'm not gonna open it yet though because I don't have a frame for it yet. I just show the poster. I'm gonna go look for some online. Same as this one, I'm not gonna open it yet. The first thing I bought was this file. I wasn't gonna buy it because I don't really need a file. It's cute and it's 440 yen, so I ended up buying it because everyone else had it in their cart and because everyone else had it in their basket. So even though I wasn't really planning on buying it, I ended up buying it. Last thing that I got was this shirt. I really wanted to get this because bro, so cute. It's in the anime itself, so I thought it would be cute to have one of my own. So I ended up grabbing one. One of the other things that I got but didn't really buy, it's a freebie for when you go to the exhibition. I have 2 because my aunt went with me. She's not really a fan of My Hero Academia. She only went because I wanted someone to go with me, and she was willing to go with me, so she gave me hers. Hoping for the end and the beginning one. I'm not really hoping for. Not saying what I'm not hoping for. Is this what Pokemon collectors feel like? Pokemon card collectors. Wait, okay, not bad. Not bad. Okay. Oh, shut the shut. This makes up for the poster that I wasn't able to get because I wanted to buy a poster that wasn't on the website but was on the shop, and they placed it on like the cashier before you go to the cash register, and it's somewhere where you can't go back to because it is in the line and you can't go grab it if you decide to actually want it. And I decided last minute that I wanted it, but I wasn't able to go back because I was already far away from it and there were people behind me, so I wasn't able to get it. That really disappointed me a lot, but this makes up for it a ton. I literally got the huge version of it for a reason. What the heck? Shut up. Not only was it a successful day, it was enjoyable and I had so much fun, but I will be going to sleep now. Wait, should I just show the poster? Open it and put it back. Huge drawing of everyone else. Kawaii. Kawaii. Kawaii! Oh my gosh. It's as big as my TV! Wait, no, do not fold. What? That's bigger than my TV! I wasn't expecting it to be like this high quality for some reason. Success? Wait, no way! Looking at this makes me so happy. Stop! I saw this on TikTok, all the people who already went there. Wait, I'm excited. It's so pretty! Stop! Like, wait, it's huge. Is this also bigger than my TV? Oh wait, no, it's almost as big as my TV. Bro, my hair is absolute ass. Ignore it. I'm sleepy and tired. I slept in 24 hours, I think. I did sleep on the bus. It was basically a nap. I look like a madman right now. Wait, it's not actually that bad. Here is this is this shirt. This was 5,000 yen. Probably the most expensive one out of all of this. Oh, my cat's looking at me like I'm crazy. Okay, maybe I should have gone for the XL. But wait, no, I like this one better. Is this the sleep? Is this the sleep's fault? I feel like I'm getting insane. I'm showing this to my mom. Don't fall. Don't fall. You know, at first I wasn't even planning on going to the exhibition because I was like, it'll only cost money. That will be the point. But at the same time, like, I'll never be a teenage girl going to her favorite anime's final exhibition. Like, the show's ending. And this is my favorite anime, like, ever. For some reason. I'm showing this to my mom.
Suot daw sa iyang kwan. Ako na sa buko. Ano ba sa itong acrylic stand? Ano natin ang suot? Kasi na isuot ang acrylic stand. Tag sa imuha na rin, no?
Shout out to Ate Yen for samay me. Shout out to Mama for paying for everything.
Wow.
Gusto